Okay, so this is a video review of the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Leader Class Shockwave. Now I bought him at my local toy world for 95 Australian dollars. So that's the standard price for leader class figures here in Australia. And as you can see, he is quite a bit smaller than his box, and that's because he comes with these these extra parts here. Reminds me of like the weaponizer parts that COG transforms to. Now whether that justifies the jump from Voyager to leader price point is, I guess, a question that I leave to you guys. But otherwise, he is an essential figure in the Transformers canon, and he's probably the best looking Shockwave that we've gotten, and for me even more so than leader class. But that's just because I like the panel lining and everything that's absent in that, oh, not leader class, sorry, the masterpiece. But I do prefer the panel lining and design that these Siege figures have compared to like the very smooth lineless figures that are in the masterpiece. Yeah. So first off, let's look at the packaging. This is par for the course for Siege. That's how their boxes all look like. Mainly difference with the other size classes are mainly the size of the box, of course. Although, one thing of note, these leader class boxes, similar to like Ultra Magnus, they are made of much thicker plastic. I mean, less pliable than Voyager. Anyway, enough about that. More on the design of the box. You can see 95 at the local toy world. That is Takatomi Hasbro. So I guess it's the same box for both of the companies now. Very nice artwork of Shockwave. Forgive me if I keep saying Soundwave. Their names are very similar. Back of the box is Shockwave in his aircraft mode or spaceship mode. Small picture of Ultra Magnus. Here he is in his leader class mode, which I'll show off later. And here he is in his normal Shockwave mode with hovercraft, which I think is the best mode for him. Very evocative as well of how the movie Shockwave had his transport as well. And of course he is or for Cybertron S14. And then the side of the box, the other side at least, is standard artwork that we see in all of these Siege boxes. So also he comes with this very nice, very substantial manual, and it's very clear as well. All the transformation and things like that is very clearly designed and drawn. Now if you want to know the names of the guns, this is the Gamma Disruptor launcher. Basically the ones in the extra arms are called Gamma Disruptor launchers. His default gun is a thermal range neuron beam, and his toes are deadly as well, and they are the dual pulse radiograph. Okay, I'll forget about the names tomorrow. Okay. Going back to the figure itself, let me just sorry, there you go. Figure itself, it's a nice representation of Shockwave. don't have too many complaints aside from the upgrade in price point. Now in this mode, there's barely any battle damage. The only ones that you will see is probably just these ones on the toes. Other than that, he's a pristine, really clean figure. He has very good light piping, as you can see. If I just untab this backpack, no I can't. Oh, there it is. So if I just cover that, see, very good light piping, similar to the light piping of Starscream. Very red light piping, and Soundwave as well has very good light piping. Unfortunately, Megatron has no light piping at all. Anyway, very good light piping. Looking at the details of the figure, that is a very Shockwave head. No complaints there. Very Shockwave chest. A lot of panel line details that I really love about these Siege figures. So it's like a modern G1, a modern take on G1, which I really like. Standard Shockwave hand on the right and the gun on the left. I dislike the fact that the this lavender color extends to there, but what can you do? That's how Soundwave's colors are anyway. Yes, these two very clearly painted Decepticon logos. Yeah, very clean Shockwave feet. There's this design on the side of his leg that is evocative of the gun mode handle. Otherwise very clean. He has this substantial backpack, but anyway, Shockwave does have a backpack, so no complaints there. It is accurate. At the back, again, very clean. There is some hollowness there. Hollowness. But other than that, I mean, there's not much hollowness that you can see in the figure. It's very solid. In terms of articulation, in this mode at least, his head can go left and right, a little bit up and down, and can rotate, I guess, full 360. The hands can go all the way out, but there's this additional joint there that's more for transformation, but you can use that as well. You can extend it further than that. You can rotate the arms, although for this hand, this hose will get in the way. Swivel at the top of the elbow, more than 90-degree bend at the elbow itself. Wrist swivel, although is that really a wrist? Anyway, same articulation on the other side. There is a waist swivel that's not hindered by the backpack, which is good. Legs go all the way to the all the way out, all the way back, all the way forward, and it is, you can see, ratcheted. And that is important because he gets to be a little bit top heavy and combined robot mode, so that's good. There's a swivel there. Again, ratcheted knees, 90 degrees. And feet can go up and down, but can go left and right a little bit. So yeah, not bad. And fairly posable figure. Okay, comparing him with other figures in the line, let's start with the Decepticon leadership. So here he is with his boss, Megatron. And as you can see, Megatron is quite a bit bigger than him in robot mode. Here he is with, take that out. Here he is with Soundwave, and they're about the same height. And here he is with Starscream, who is quite a bit, I guess it's the same height. I mean, he's taller at the shoulder, but he has a fairly smaller head. So yeah. So putting the four together, what can I say? They really look good together. Probably gonna be my new banner. Anyway, yeah, really look good together. And if you're wondering, those are repro labels. I have a review on this on my site, and I'll put a link to that somewhere in the video. Now other figures in the line, here he is with unarmored Ultra Magnus and Voyager deluxe class sideswipe. Pretty good scale. And lastly, here he is with Power of the Primes Dreadwind, just to give you an idea how he scales with Power of the Primes Titan Returns Combiner Wars. This is a standard Aerobot mode. Anyway, okay, so let's get him in his combined armored up mode. The first thing you do is taking all these pieces, right? First thing you do is get the hose out of the way. With these things oriented that way, just put this at the top, and then I don't know if you can see that there, peg that peg there goes into that hole, and it's the same on the other side. So just tabs there, tabs there. You can orient this however you like, and then you take these extra arms and they just peg there. Same with the other arm, and then these feet arms just peg there with the circle in the inside, although I don't think it really matters. Also, that small peg there will rest inside the groove to keep it from moving around. The other side, you can see there, that other peg will keep it from moving about. Yeah, there he is in his leader class mode. Now going through the details of this leader class mode, you do get these extra shoulder bits, which they're nice. Don't get me wrong, they look a little bit like his legs, but what can you do? Otherwise they are nice. Painted inside there, lots of additional paint. As you can see, battle damage is there, as well as at the back. There's these two additional arms. These arms give additional articulation as well, so they move forward, they rotate there as well, and then there's this additional elbow joint there, so they are quite a bit posable. Otherwise, there's no additional changes in the articulation. This backpack is now a fair bit more sizable, and it is painted at the top as well. So this is actually clear plastic, I think, with silver underneath, similar to Ultra Magnus's cab windshield. This looks nice. And then the feet now have these deadly toes as well. Now for some size comparisons, here is the leader class Shockwave again with the rest of the Decepticon leadership. So let me put him at the back. Stand, Megatron. So he doesn't grow that much, but he's now a little bit, a tad bit taller than Megatron. Still looks good together, in my opinion. Here he is with the two deluxes I showed you. Siege, Sideswipe, and Aerial Bot. Dreadwind. And then, let me just pause for a bit. Okay, so final size comparison in this mode. Here he is beside Armored Up Ultra Magnus. So as you can see, Ultra Magnus gets to be quite a bit taller than him. That said, I mean, it's can you do? He is leader class, but no, not as leader class C as Ultra Magnus, I guess. See. In any case, they do look good together. Okay. So, one other thing you can do with him is at least these arm bits and leg bits are compatible with some of the other Siege figures. So, for example, while you cannot tab it, or maybe you can. No, you cannot. So while you cannot tab the legs on Starscream, removing that, shoulders are compatible. So that is something you can do. Same with Megatron, although with Megatron is the other way. You can't really tab that there because of space, but then you can actually tab him on the feet. So yeah. With this, he is more compatible with Soundwave though. As with Soundwave, you can combine both the feet and the arms, although the arms take a bit of finagling. See, where's that hole? Okay, yeah, that's it. So as you can see, compatible. The backpack though is only compatible with Shockwave. Now, removing these armor parts again, let me show you his combined, well not combined, his hoverboard mode. So to do that, first thing you'll do is you'll attach this to here. That hole pegs to that. Or you can either have this with the wings out or wings in. I prefer it to be in, but personal preference. So you peg that there as I said. And then this other one there as well. Same place. And then you peg these together. See that hole and that tab pegs together, as well as this tab on the this thing on that tab, so they peg on the tight enough, I guess. Now it is fairly hollow but solid, so yeah. Now other thing you need to do, taking these arm parts, you just orient them properly, and the proper orientation would be the one where, I mean, that tab is at the front because it pegs to that hole. So let's just do that, making it solid. Same with the other one, there. And now you peg this peg in that hole. I wish it pegged more solidly. I mean, it is stiff, but I mean, there's nothing preventing it from going up and down. But what can you do? So that is, anyway, that is his hovercraft mode. And again, this is my favorite configuration for this. Then you can either peg him with his feet straight, which I think looks stupid. What I do is I just peg one foot, either the left or right. So one foot on one of the holes, just so he's a little bit sideways and not just straight looking forward. And then yeah, yep. Yeah, there you go. There he is, and he sticks there fairly well. He won't fall off, unless, I guess, even if you do that, I mean, it doesn't fall off. He has a lot of pegs at the bottom there, so I can envision him like on a display stand, although I don't have any on hand to show you. Now, size comparisons in this boat. Here he is beside Ultra Magnus. Now he is taller than Ultra Magnus in this configuration, but I don't know. I guess he's gonna be running into battle while he's flying into battle, so. And he does have a lot more firepower, so yeah, that's that. And then here he is with the two deluxes again. And then here he is with the rest of the Decepticon leadership again. Of course, he's gonna be taller. Yeah. Okay. Next mode. So next mode will be the gun mode. So first thing we do is transform this into the gun. So first thing I do is unpeg this. So one thing, you can actually peg this here or here in robot mode. I prefer to have it here so it doesn't hinder the combined robot mode nor a lot of the articulation there. Anyway, so first thing you do to transform him is unpeg the back, unpeg the front. So the back just pegs, see those two pegs there, 1, 2, just pegs there, those holes. And then the front also pegs with 2 pegs here, 1, 2, and 2 holes there. Fold the head in all the way, and then peg it back together again. Yep. And then the backpack, you fold to the front. The arms, use these two upper joints and just orient them directly facing up. Armpit on the outside. There you go. Now open this thing up. So this just pegs, that peg just pegs there to make his backpack solid. So rotate that way, so make sure to compress that all the way in, and then just fold it back up. Should peg nicely there. Now for the feet, turn them around. This outer thigh actually unpegs. So as far as I know, it's just pegged here and here, which does peg to that and that, but it is not a tight peg. It's a very gentle peg. Anyway, and then accordion the legs inside, accordion the legs inside, and then peg the legs together, so that peg will peg to that hole, and this other part of the inner leg that we actually turned around, it pegs that and that pegs to that and that. Oh, sorry, that and that. That's tiny peg and that. So it just pegs together as well. And then this actually pegs that hole, that peg that hole, and then the peg just pegs together on that peg and hole. What else? Oh, this thing can peg there. So they're using his Shockwave gun mode. It's a very good mode, I think. Not too bad gun mode. Only complaint is it's not good for adult hands. Barely covered by 2 fingers. Oh, it barely fits 2 fingers. Anyway, but this is not meant for just adults. They are meant for kids to play as well. I can turn him around and it looks like a mini submarine, and to support that you can actually open up those fins. Mini submarine. So without the cable, I mean, it's good enough. Silverback, clear plastic, clear parts there. That's actually light pipe as well. Cool. Silver plastic, silver feet, and the feet does look like thrusters, although it's clearly feet as well. You can, and then you can peg this, unpeg this part. Oop. And then it can be landing gear. Now to make him a super jet, you just unpeg everything, unpeg this other thing, and then combine this with this. So first thing you do is with these gun emplacements at the top, just peg it back again, similar how you pegged it to robot mode, with those pegs pegging on the holes where the backpack were. So just peg that together. Oh, make sure to accordion that in. You can peg these together. Oh, just check something. Oops, sorry. Oh, no, nothing. So just, I thought there will be peg holes there, but no. So just accordion that together. Peg the thing where the backpack used to peg as well. Why are you not allowing me to peg, man? Okay. Peg. Yep, close it up. And then peg that to that. Oops, why is it not closing? Okay. Oh, there. Sorry. There's a hole there as well for that peg. So it might not be aligned earlier. Just for see if we can align it properly, so that it accordions neatly in. Why is it not aligning? Shockwave, what are you doing? Oh, there you go. Close that. Again, peg that, peg that, peg that, up there, there you go, up there, and peg those gun emplacements together. There you go. Now these parts, unfurl the wing, because you'll need that. Unfurl the wing. And then you combine this with the back. So see how peg in a hole, 2 holes there and 2 pegs here, so that you can actually peg it without it rattling around, which I wish it did as well in the other mode, but what can you do? Just do the same on this side, and then again here, peg in two pegs and two holes to prevent it from rattling when in combined jet mode or combined aircraft mode. Yeah, and there he is in the spatial mode. It's not too bad. It definitely fits Shockwave, and of course there's a lot of firepower there. So this is like a giant front cannon, I guess. Then you have those two gun emplacements there, those two Shockwave guns there, and the two large guns there as well. From the side, looks nice. A lot of thrusters at the back as well. So yeah, pretty formidable spacecraft mode. So for comparisons, let me just lower this. Here he is with Voyager Prime. Let's see how it fits with Voyager Prime. Yeah. Then let me pause this and show you some more comparisons. Okay, size comparisons. Here he is with Voyager class Optimus Prime. See, quite a bit more size than Prime. Here he is with Deluxe Sideswipe. Again, quite a lot bigger than Sideswipe. Tap together. Here he is with the other leader class. Here he is with leader class Ultra Magnus. About the same length as Magnus. Not as bulky though. Yeah, bigger wingspan. No wingspan, of course. And then lastly, here, oh, not lastly, but here he is with the Deluxe Aerial Bot. Again, quite a bit bigger than the Aerial Bot, quite a bit longer as well. And lastly, here he is with the other spacecraft. So Tetrajet, Starscream, and whatever that is, Soundwave. So from the top, it's a lot longer and a lot more sizable than Soundwave or Starscream. So it really does bulk up in vehicle mode. So yeah, some final thoughts. Like I said, I mean, he is a good figure, posability wise, aside from maybe a little bit less range on the pivot. I think he is quite a bit posable. All of the modes do look nice. Now whether it's sufficient for him to be worth the upgrade in price point from Voyager to Leader is up to you. But in terms of like a look and everything, I mean, he does evoke Shockwave perfectly. So yeah, I really like him. If you were to buy just one Leader class figure though, it has to be Magnus. Then again, if you really want to complete your collection, you can't really do without Shockwave here. So that's it. Let me know what you think about the review on the comments. I'm a new reviewer, so I'm open to suggestions and criticism. If you like how I reviewed the figure, please do like and subscribe. I will be releasing a lot of reviews moving forward, although at this point I think There's no more new Siege figures released in Australia, aside from the Micromasters and some of the other Target Masters. So I might shift towards Studio Series, or maybe even figures from the previous trilogy. Well, we'll see. Let me know what you guys prefer. But otherwise, again, thank you for watching. And let's see you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.